What up? You ready for this? We're doing chapter 4. You made it. We're doing polynomial operations, which is technically 4.2. We're going to skip 4.1 now and put it at the end, but it'll be fine. You'll get it. It's just transformations again. It's the same. Okay. In class, we talked about naming them, like quadratic, trinomial, whatever it is. That is not something that I'm going to be testing you on, so that's why we practice it in class, but this is the kind of thing that I do want you to know, for sure, for realsies. But you can practice that other stuff while you're doing this. I don't know. All right, so let's do our first example. Why am I showing an example and not information? Because you already know how to do this, actually. Does it look super intimidating? Yeah, sure, but you know, everything's possible. So here's all we're going to do. We are going to collect like terms, which means put things together that match, starting with the highest power first, the highest degree. So I see that there's 4s, right? 4 is the highest degree. So I'm going to do 12 r to the 4th minus r to the 4th. How many r to the 4th do I have left? That sounds like 11. Okay, and then I'm going to keep going down. So 4, do I have any 3s? Yeah, I have a 3 right here. There's only one of them, so I'm just going to put it. I'm just going to write it next to this. Okay, seconds. If I had 10 r to the seconds and I add 9 r to the seconds, I'd have 19 r to the seconds. And then r, only one of those. There's no thing in front of it, so it's just plus 6r. And there's no other number. That's the end. I added polynomials. I'll do like a big old plus over here, just for funsies. So adding, we just combine like terms. I want to point out, in case you wanted to practice, this is a, what is the word? Quartic, there we go, quartic trinomial. And this one's also quartic trinomial, because the power is 4, the biggest one's here, not that it's in front or whatever. And then it becomes a quartic polynomial with 4 terms. We don't have a name for 4. Okay, let's do another one. Every time I do a problem, I end up with a new color in my hand. Okay, so here's what we have to do in this case. This is subtraction. So what I'm going to do is I'm kind of doing the same thing. So I'm going to do like the 8x cubed, and I'm going to subtract the 2x cubed. But here's a handy-dandy hint to make it easier on you. What I can do is I can make, if I change everything in the end to be the opposite of what it started out as, I can make this a plus. So I have to make this a negative, and that would be a positive, and this would be a negative, and that would be a positive. And then I can just add, just like I did before. Change all signs to be the opposite. So if it was positive, it's negative. If it was negative, it's positive. Let's call the whole thing half. Okay. Notice how I just changed this negative to a positive by adding a line through it. TBH. No. BT dubs. Okay, so now I'm going to do, now I can do 8x cubed minus 2x cubed, which will get me, 6x cubed. Okay, and now I'm going to go down my list. That was cubes, and I'm going to go to squareds. I have negative 3x squared and negative 6x squared. Together, our powers combined is negative 9x squared. Okay, great. Next, I have a negative 2x and a plus x, which makes a negative 1x. I don't need the 1 there. I don't want it. That was a stage whisper. I don't need the 1 there, so I just write it there. And then I just have this plus 8 just chilling in the background, so it's going to just be on the end because it has nothing to add to it. Again, this was a cubic trinomial and a cubic polynomial with 4 terms that turned into a cubic polynomial with 4 terms. All right, this is pretty good. We did pretty good. Ready for the hard stuff? Let's multiply. All right, now here's the trick with multiplication. When you multiply, you have to multiply everything by everything. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so I need to multiply this x times this x squared and this 2x and this 4. And I need to multiply this negative 3 by the negative x squared and then 2x and the 4. Here's a method that you can use if you choose to keep everything kind of in line, let me show you. I should show you while I'm doing it. I'm going to make a box to keep everything kind of organized. So here's my box. I'm going to need 3 sections on top and 2 sections on the side because I'm doing a trinomial by a binomial, 3 by 2. So what I'm going to do is on top, I'm going to do negative x squared. I'm going to do the 2x, and I'm going to do the 4. I only keep the negative if it's negative. I don't keep the plus. And then this is x and negative 3. What this will do is I'm going to multiply together each side to make each box. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do negative x squared times x, which is going to be a negative x cubed. Whenever you multiply together two variables, you add the powers up. Okay. And then if I do x times 2x, that'll be 2x squared. And x times 4 is 4x. That takes care of all of the green ones that I just showed you up here. And then I do the same thing with the negative 3. Negative 3 times negative x squared would be a positive 3x squared. Negative 3 times 2x would be a negative 6x. And negative 3 times 4 is a negative 12. Okay, now what we're going to do, knew I'd need another color, is we're just going to add up kind of slantwise because that'll get us our answer. I'm just going to put this down here. So this one's just negative x cubed. And then 2x, so I'm going to add these two together because they are the same. And I'm going to add these two together because they are the same. And by the same, I mean they have the same term, the same last name, same degree, same x. All the things are the same. So I have 2x squared plus 3x squared, which is 5x squared. 4x minus 6x is negative 2x. And then negative 12, just kind of chilling. So that's how I got all my terms. And then I'm just going to put a box around it because that's the answer. Do you have to make a box? No. You also can just foil. You can first outside, inside, last by doing what I did over here with the green. So x times negative x cubed, or sorry, negative x squared, x times 2x, and x times 4. And then I think what I'm going to do is on the side, I'm just going to write down that rule that we're going to add together if you multiply. Like that. Did I say that exactly like I wrote it? Probably not. It's fine. So I add powers when you multiply. I add powers when you multiply. You add powers when I multiply. We all add powers when we all multiply. So x times x squared would be x cubed. X times x would be x squared. Just as like a little reminder. All right, now let's go crazy. Let's multiply 3 things together like this. Is it going to be any crazier than this? No, I'm going to keep it to maybe just 3 binomials. I won't go to trinomial or polynomials with more than that terms. I would just keep it as binomials, 2 terms. Maybe a monomial every now and again, just to be nice to you. But what we're going to do is we're just going to pick 2 and we're going to multiply them together by themselves. So a lot of people like to do the first ones because they read left to right because we taught you to. Welcome to, I don't know, English language. It's not just English, it's a lot of languages. It's just not Japanese or Korean or Chinese and stuff like that. Anyway, so I'm going to multiply these 2 together by foiling. You remember foiling, you know. So I would do x times x and x times 4, which will get me x squared plus 4x. And then I do the same thing with the negative 1 times x and negative 1 times 4, which will get me minus x minus 4. And all of that's going to get multiplied by the x plus 5. I know. Well, let's clean this up first so it's not as big, because 4x minus x can be simplified to just 3x. By the way, remember how we did last unit? We did factoring, went from here to here. We're just going the other way now. It's the same. You're welcome. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing we just did, but with these 2. Now, again, I could just do the rainbows, but every year I've taught this, I've taught multiple methods, and people have always kind of stuck with the boxes. So I'm just going to go back to the boxes. Why not? Again, I need 3 on top. If this had 4 terms like before, I would have 1 for each slot. It's the same. And then 2 on the side, because there's 2 here. So x squared, 3x, and negative 4. And then x and 5, because it's plus 5, I don't need it there. Then I multiply stuff out. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times 3x is 3x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. And then 5 times x squared is 5x squared. 5 times 3x is 15x. And 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. Combine my like terms. These two can add up. Again, it's always in this diagonal, which is so nice. So I end up with x cubed plus those two together are 8x squared plus those two together are 11x, and then that one's a minus 20. All right, I give you a bunch of practice on your homework, but if it's confusing to you and you want another method, please email me. I'll just do a quick other method. I don't know where I'll put it, but I'll send you another method if you want it. But this seems to be the class favorite, so I'm just going to teach you that one so it's nice and quick. And then your deck's a tick and you're done. Hey, we got this. All right, just remember we're matching. Add the things together that match. Bye.